gotten such great momentum with the class. That's the best thing.
Amazing. Yeah, 100%. 100% beautiful that we're keeping it going. We're keeping it going strong. Excellent. All right, let's go into the Chumash. Let's do a deep dive. So yesterday, the last 2 days were very heavy classes, extremely heavy. And we spoke about the golden calf yesterday. And now this is the after effects of the golden calf. The sin of the golden calf was fascinating. Personally, I think it was fascinating with the Rashis and the commentaries, and continuing right along as we continue to study this week's Parsha. So God said to Moshe, basically what happened was, if you remember from yesterday, God said, that's it. I'm not going to live among you in the Jewish people anymore. I'm going to instead send my angel. And he says, why? Because if God gets angry, and by the way, I know Gregory, if you're here, Gregory asked, actually, just to mention in yesterday's class, he asked, what does it mean that God gets angry? And I posted in the WhatsApp group an answer today. I saw interesting Talmud. So Gregory, you got to get WhatsApp. I saw you're not on the WhatsApp group. I'll have to share with you maybe later, but I'll share with you quickly here is that the one of the commentaries, the Ben Ish Chai, says that angry doesn't, obviously God doesn't physically get angry. Everything above is either giving or not giving. So giving means kindness, or not giving. When you say anger, it means means that Hashem is not going to give. So it's a consequence of our actions. It doesn't mean that he gets angry like a human being. It means more like it's either Hashem gives or doesn't give. And when we did the sin of the golden calf, Hashem decided not to give. There's different levels of not giving, and anger is describing one of them, but obviously there's no real anger. Hashem's not a person that gets angry at certain things. And it's a question in the Talmud. It's a discussion in the Talmud. I posted a picture of that piece of Talmud in the WhatsApp group. Anyway, so Hashem says to Moshe, that's it. I'm not living among the Jews anymore. They're not. At Mount Sinai, God came down. He rested his presence on the Jewish people on Mount Sinai. And now Hashem says, I'm gone. That's it. I will send my angel to take care of you. You know, I guess you're kind of like all the other nations. You'll have an angel protecting you, and don't worry, you'll go to Israel, we'll get you into Israel. But I, Hashem, he says, I'm not among you, myself personally. And also Moses, we learned in yesterday's Chumash, copied Hashem, and he moved his tent a kilometer away from the Jewish people. And Hashem spoke to Moses a kilometer away from the Jewish people. Kind of got God's presence personally kind of left the Jewish people. We also learned yesterday that Hashem told Moshe, I want to destroy all the Jewish people. And Moses argued with God, and we learned 4 reasons that Moses gave God not to destroy the Jewish people. And at the end of the day, Hashem's not destroying the Jewish people, but Hashem's saying, I'm not going to have the personal connection with the Jewish people anymore. And Moses continues to argue with God and tell Hashem, no, it's not good enough. We need you, Hashem, yourself, to continue to be among us. And that's where the Chumash takes place today. So God said to Moshe, you know what? Actually, we're holding, I'm sorry. I think we're 1 day behind. I apologize. I think we're actually holding, let me go back 1 day, actually. Sorry. We've been going 1 day behind. So we're actually doing Tuesday's Chumash. Okay. So this is the discussion. So Moses tells God, Moses says to Hashem, Re'ei, see, Ata oimer elai, you, God, told me, to bring up this nation. So Re'ei, Rashi says, means lean your heart. Listen, open your heart, Hashem, to us. You asked me to bring up this nation out of Mitzrayim, to bring this nation up, right? You asked me, Moses, do this, bring the people up. But you, God, you're telling me that you continue, move on, fine. I'm not going to destroy the Jewish people. Moses, keep on going. And you tell me I'm going to send an angel with you, right? You tell me, keep on going, bring the Jews up to Israel. I'm going to send an angel with you. But you tell me you're sending an angel. That's not considered letting me know, God. Moses tells God, I'm not interested. You know, it's like, go, take the Jews up, but I'm not coming with you. You're going to have an angel that's going to go with you. Moses says, that's not considered telling me. I don't count that as you informing me that I'm going to go up without Hashem in our midst. I don't consider that as letting me know that who you're going to send with me. And haven't you told me in the past? This is Moses continuing to argue with God that he wants God himself to be among the Jewish people. Didn't you tell me in Daticha v'Shem that I, Moses, you personally made yourself known to me, that you specifically recognized me, my name, me specifically, Moses. You said that you love me personally, that we have this strong connection. And you said that I found favor in your eyes, God. So you basically singled me out and you said, Moses, I love you. You're dear to me. You're special to me. Greater than any other person. That's what you, God, told me. But what does that help me? So what? What does that mean? Here I am trying to defend the Jewish people, trying to get you to forgive the Jewish people. You're telling me I'm such a great guy, that I'm specifically singled out, I'm unique, I'm close to you, and I found favor in your eyes, right? God, you told me all these things, that you're going to reveal yourself to me more than anybody else. So what's going on? How does this help me right now? Biata and now. Verse 13 is a follow-up sequence to that. If it's true, God, and you've told me this, that I found favor in your eyes, teach me your ways. What does that mean? Tell me how. What does that mean that I found favor in your eyes? And I'll know what that means. How does that work, that I found favor in your eyes? And because of that, please, Hashem, take all the uniqueness that you keep on telling me that I'm unique. You want to destroy the rest of the Jewish people, but me, Moshe, you want to now build a future Jewish nation because you like me. And see that whatever credit you want to give me should go in this nation. So this experience, I guess, that Hashem, that you're singling me out, you want to cut yourself off from the rest of the Jewish people, you want to make me connect with me and talk with me and have this special bond with me. Hashem, what does it even mean to be special in your eyes? So what does that bond and that connection mean? Please, Hashem, whatever that means, let that mean something for the rest of the entire Jewish people. Let this be the way the Jewish people will survive. It's a little bit of a complicated verse to understand. The wording is a little bit complicated to understand, but that's really based on my understanding of Rashi, that's really what Moses is telling God. God, you told me I'm special, I'm unique. Okay, so what does that mean? So what benefit is that? So therefore what? Therefore now, so I'm good, and now you're going to be me, and the rest of the people are going to be, you're now going to send an angel. In other words, Jewish people won't be unique anymore. They won't be close to Hashem. It'll just be a regular angel, like every nation maybe has an angel. The Jews maybe will have a little bit of a bigger angel or something, but what does that make them unique? So Moshe tells Hashem, you keep on telling me I'm so great. What does that even mean? What do I benefit out of that? If it's true, then Hashem, bring it on. Make these people unique. Now, I want to share with you a very famous question that people ask me that's on this verse. So, right, a lot of times people ask, why do good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people, right? According to the Talmud, that's exactly what Moses was telling God over here. Middle of verse 13. Rashi doesn't bring this here. Rashi says, I'm not going to get into the Talmudic interpretation, but I looked it up quickly to see in the Talmud, the same one I quoted on the WhatsApp in Tractate Brachas. He says, when Moses told God, show me your ways, Moses was asking God, actually, why is it, Hashem, that there's tzaddikim, that there's righteous people, that bad things happen to them, and there's wicked people, that good things happen to them, right? And by the way, what's the answer that the Talmud gives over there? And we learned this in Tanya. Just to get into, it doesn't get into the answer here, but the answer that the Talmud gives is that when a righteous person is imperfect, Hashem wants to help him become perfect. So a righteous person might have a few pitfalls. In order to help him get to where he needs to go, Hashem will give him challenges in life that will make him perfect, right? And we grow from our challenges and help him become perfect where he needs to be. A wicked person, on the other hand, is a bad person. Hashem doesn't want to give him in the afterlife reward. So Hashem will give him good things in this world. So the Talmud says, this is actually Moshe's question here. Moses is asking God, show me your ways. And Hashem is telling him, the Talmud brings the answer that God's, the philosophical answer to why do bad things happen to good people, it's actually for their benefit, not because they're tzaddikim, do bad things happen, then the opposite. Because they're righteous people, and Hashem wants to help them get their full righteousness that they can get, they'll have challenges in this world in order to get to where they need to get to. Anyway, continuing right along, Moses tells God, here's almost like an ultimatum, he tells God. He says, I don't like this angel deal. if it's in your face, if you go, I'm sorry. So Moses tells God, I want the Jewish people. Hashem says, so I guess Hashem's answering Moses here. Panei Elechu, my presence will go, and I will give you rest. I'll get rid of your enemies, so I'll go with you. And Moses tells back God, Moses tells God kind of an ultimatum: if you, Hashem, are not going with us, don't bring us up to Israel. In other words, we're done. If you, Hashem, are not ready to forgive us to the extent that you are going to yourself with your glory connect with the Jewish people, then we're not ready to continue on. We're not agreeing with the condition. I know you said you're going to send your angel with us and he's going to help us conquer Israel and get to where we need to go. But Hashem, not so. If you, God, are not coming with us, then we're not going up. Verse 16. And how will we know that we have found favor in your eyes? How will it become known? How will we know that you've forgiven us, actually, and we're ready to move on? Moses says, me and my nation, we'll know you've fully forgiven us if you continue to move with us, if you continue to go along with the Jewish people. And the Jewish people will be distinguished. And actually, the Rashi is telling us that Moses says not just does he want the Jewish people to have a unique bond that Hashem is clearly together with them, but he says he wants it to be distinguishable, that no other nation should have this unique bond that the Jewish people have with Hashem. So he's actually saying there should be a special connection between the Jewish people and Hashem, and at the same time, no other nation should merit this unique, special, individualized connection that the Jewish people have with Hashem. And my nation, from all nations, that's on the face of the earth. So no other nation should have the same way Hashem's presence rests itself on the Jewish people. should rest on other nations the same way it rests on the Jewish people. And Hashem is going to agree in tomorrow's Chumash. Yes, Hashem says, I will agree to this, and it will be unique to the Jewish people. So Moses is asking God three things, actually, we're told, or two things. One is that Hashem should come, in today's Chumash, should come back to be among them personally. Number two, that Hashem's presence should also not rest on any other nation, the way it rests on the Jewish people. And the third thing, which I mentioned, is the third question is Moses asked God. The Talmud says, why do bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? And Hashem responded to all of his questions. He said, yes, my presence will come back on the Jewish people personally, and I will not rest my presence on anyone else. And Hashem explained to him, and the Talmud says, is that bad things happen to good people because they're good and they need to become a little bit better. That's why Hashem challenges them in this world during their lifetime. And that is the end of today's Chumash. Any questions or comments? Thank God the Chumash is back to a little bit shorter. Anybody have any questions or comments on today's Chumash?
So pretty much it sounds like the sin of the golden calf needed to happen for us to go on a higher level closer to God.
I would say that I thought someone would ask that yesterday. From the way the evil, the Satan, from the way the Satan orchestrated things, it seemed like it needed to happen. Why it needed to happen? That was the trajectory and the destination of the world, where the world needed to go. In other words, we were supposed to then elevate the world from the low point it was. So I guess if we would elevate it from the higher point, we wouldn't get as low as we got, and we wouldn't be able to elevate the world from as low as a point, which we're now able to elevate the world from, which is actually today's Tanya, which is going to be a discussion in today's Tanya. Yeah, so we had to have this, it seems like that, I'm agreeing with you. I think you're right in your perception, is that we had to have the golden calf. It had to happen. We're in a much lower place, but now we're going to elevate a much lower place than we were before. I would agree with that. And I think that's the point in today's Tanya, which you'll see in a minute. Yeah, any questions or comments, or we're going to move on to today's Tanya? Okay, let's move on to today's Tanya. Let me stop the recording here and start it again. And